Hello. This is the third time I had to record this because the first three times I didn't know it was recording. I didn't know it didn't have any audio. And then the last time I actually finished and successfully got through the entire video and it didn't have any audio. So we're gonna have to tell it for the fourth time and post it all in one night because I cannot keep this video on my mom's iPad for the sake of wanting to keep this little bad boy right here. So let's get into it. It's also gonna be unedited because I can't edit it. So let's just come up with the names right here on the spot. Carrie. Carrie is one of my closest friends, and the one important thing that she does in this story is basically just have a birthday party. But she's really lovely, and I love her so much. Then we have Sally. We don't like Sally here. Then we have Allison. We also don't like Allison, but during the story we liked her. And then we have Venus. Venus is a really close friend. Love you, Venus. We're gonna, okay, if I use wrong pronouns, it's because I'm trying not to reveal people's identity, okay? Because I don't want to start fights. We're gonna use they for wrong people, you know what I mean? Because I don't want people to be like, ooh, you said they, I know exactly who this person is. That's not what we're trying to do here. So if you know who you are from listening to this story time, I'm sorry, but I don't want to lead to the people who don't know who you are, you know what I mean? So let's get into it. Then we have Allison. We don't like Allison either. Then we have Katie. I love Katie. Love you, Katie. So to go from the very beginning, Sally and Katie had like this big thing that I was involved in, but it's a very big thing and its own storytime video that I will not be making. So after this, I think it's like a long time after that. My friend Carrie wants to have a birthday party for herself, obviously, and she invites me, she invites Allison, she invites Venus, she invites Sally, and she invites some other girl named Esther, who's not relevant to the story at all, but I'm just listing who went. And so basically, as soon as I found out that Sally was going, I was like, ugh. I want to go because it's Carrie's birthday party and I love Carrie. But also, I don't want to hurt Katie's feelings. So I confided in Allison and Venus. And I was like, is it a good idea to tell her? Because I don't want her to find out. But I also don't want her to get mad at me now. And they were like, no, if you tell them, she's probably not going to be mad because you're being honest with her. I was like, you're right. So I went to Katie. I told her. She was like, dude, that was forever ago. You're fine. I was like, okay. So, I go to the party, and they were talking before I had gotten there, but I get there, and, basically, Allison leaves, and this is where it gets, like, to, like, the, you know what I mean? So, the first thing that happens is that we start playing Truth or Dare. Now, I mean, I'm mostly asking, like, Carrie questions, because, you know, I don't fuck with Sally, but I'm like, Sally, when's the last time you talked shit about me? Because if I'm gonna ask her Truth or Dare questions, it's gonna be juicy. And you can't tell me that's not something you wouldn't like to ask someone who you don't like and you know doesn't like you. That's not true. So I asked Sally this, and Sally goes, today. And I was like, oh, what, what, what did you say? Like, you know what I mean? Because, girl, just because this is truth doesn't mean you have to be honest with me. You could have said, like, months ago, and I would have believed you. But now you tell me the actual time that you said something, and now I need to know. And it turns out that she wasn't technically talking about me. Maybe she was. Because the question was, when was the last time that you talked about me? And she said when Allison did. So it makes no sense. But she says, Allison said that I was being a people pleaser because I went to Katie and told her that Sally was going to be there. And I was like, So I'm being a people pleaser for not wanting to hurt my friend's feelings. My definition of people pleaser is someone who does anything to get someone to like them. From my knowledge, I think Katie likes me, and I'd like to keep it that way, you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna be like, oh, can I massage your feet so you feel better? Like, no. What I did was tell her that someone who did an awful thing to her was gonna be in the same vicinity as I was, but I was going because it was Carrie's birthday party. So I wasn't asking her to go. I was letting her know I was going, so she wouldn't be hurt. So that's not being a people pleaser, in my personal opinion. That's not being an awful person. That's the bare minimum. What I did was the bare minimum. So the fact that you think that the bare minimum is being a people pleaser shows your personality, babe. Your personality. Because there's no way you're gonna sit here and telling your friend that someone who did something awful to them is gonna be at a party that I'm going to and giving them a little heads up is being a people pleaser. You're telling me you wouldn't do that? You wouldn't tell Sally over here or Carrie over here if someone who they didn't like or did something awful to them was going to a party that you were going to, that you wouldn't let them know? I don't think that's making me a people pleaser. I think that's making you an awful person. I don't think I'm being dramatic here. I think you're genuinely an awful person if you wouldn't do something like that. Did it take some convincing? Yeah, but it was not because I wasn't ever gonna tell her. It was because I didn't want her to get mad at me at that moment. But I told her anyway, so it doesn't even matter, okay? We're not even gonna go into the fact that it took me a while to do that. Yeah, shut up. We're gonna talk about the fact that I did it. And we're gonna talk about the fact that she wouldn't. The only reason I was scared to do it is because I knew she was probably gonna get mad, but she didn't. So there was no reason to be scared, and I realize that now. And I told her that. At least I think I did, and if I didn't, you're finding out now, babe, and I love you. If she watches this, I doubt she will. That's not even what the story time was about. This is just something to add on to it. This story time is about me making prank phone calls and finding out that Allison has been talking shit about me since I left my high school that I was going to. Let's get into that, babe. So what happens is a couple weeks later, I see a couple TikToks on my For You page of people doing prank phone calls, and I was like, ooh, sounds fun. I'm bored. Let's do it. So my first person to call is Allison. I knew that Allison said something like this before, so maybe if I pilot on a couple of things, she'll admit to this. Foreshadowing. She did the opposite. I don't think that's what foreshadowing means. Anyways, I call Allison, and basically what I say is, hey Allison, I was just calling because I've heard some things and I want to make sure that it's you and it's not someone making this up. I heard that you were saying that I'm exactly how I was in elementary school, things that I've heard that she said about me before. I've heard that you've made fun of my appearance, things that I've heard that she's missaid before, and I've heard that you have been calling me a people pleaser, things that I've heard that she said before. Okay? She admitted to everything. Now, I gotta be honest, my little delusional self still wanted to like her, even though she's awful. She's awful. She's awful. I wish I was joking. She's bad. She admitted. I'll give her that. At least she had a grain of dignity when she told me this. But that grain got sucked right back up with the next thing I'm about to tell you. So, I call my other friend, who I will not even give a fake name, because if I do, that's gonna create a lot of shit. So I call my other friend and I do the same thing. And they're like, who are you talking about? And I was like, oh, I don't want to name drop because I don't want to get anyone into any arguments. Like I'm doing now. And they're like, okay, well, I know it was Allison because Allison's the only person that I've been talking to for the past 2 weeks. And I was like, oh. What do you mean? When they said that, First of all, I was just like, it hit me like a wave. I was like, please do not tell me that the first 2 phone calls I'm making tonight are literally gonna be them admitting that they've been saying this about me. No, that's not what happened, babe. What happened was that this friend told me, no, I wasn't saying that, Allison was. And I was like, really? So I have these 3 things and I have these 5. That's 8 instances of her talking shit about me. Do you think that number starts at 8? No. That number probably goes way longer. And I don't even know about it. I still to this day do not know how many times that she has brought my name up. She could be talking about me right now. Right now at 4:52 in the morning. Needless to say, I was pissed. So I called her right back up. And I said all of these things. And you know how I said that little shred of dignity got right back up? Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. She denies everything she said in that first phone call. Now, the thing she didn't know is that I filmed it. I still have the recording. It got corrupted on my phone, but it's still on my computer. So, eventually there will be another post of that. But she was basically trying to gaslight me into thinking that she didn't just tell me on the last phone call when I was like, it's on recording, babe. It's all on recording, babe. I have everything that you said to me in the past, like, hour. So, I talked to my friends about this, and they're like, oh yeah, she's a piece of shit. And me and my friend I'm not gonna continue there because that's gonna start some shit, because it's gonna reveal who the other person was. Long story short, I'm not gonna sit here and make fun of her her appearance, even though she can do that about me. However, I will stoop down to a different level. If anyone stumbling across this channel thinks that I'm a good person, in some cases I am. I'm not like gonna go kick a baby or murder anybody, you know what I mean? But if you want to talk shit about me, if you want to talk shit about one of my friends, the whole like, I'm not gonna cyberbully you thing, I'm not. But I will make a video about it. I will talk about it for a while. Like, I don't care. There's other things that she said that I will not get into because it's bad. It's bad. And if I do get into it, it's not my story to tell, babe. So, but she says something about me involving that situation. So because of that, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to tell you all of the disgusting things that she has ever done to me, or others, or to herself. Let's start off with the least worst one. They're all pretty bad. I feel bad bringing this up. She fully admitted to having rotting teeth, but then proceeded to make fun of somebody else's teeth. Normally wouldn't bring this up, but the fact that you want to make fun of somebody else's teeth when you literally admitted that your teeth are rotting. Anyways, she's also fully admitted to only taking a shower every 3 days. Babe, like, I would understand if she was going through some financial shit and wasn't living in a house. That bitch is living in a house. She's more capable. She could have taken 5 in a day. But taking one every 3? That's disgusting. Let's continue. She says that she rarely brushes her teeth. Bitch, that's why your teeth are rotting. That's why your teeth are rotting. Like, brush your teeth, pick up the toothbrush. You know what I mean? Probably shouldn't do that. Anyways. Okay. She's made fun of people's scent. That bitch smells like flowers and body odor. What some people need to realize, perfume is not deodorant. Perfume, let me say this real quick, so in case she ever watches this. Perfume is not deodorant. It doesn't mask a scent, it adds a scent. So, if you smell like body odor and you put perfume on, your little Bare Vanilla Victoria's Secret bullshit, which is, yes, the scent that I use, shut up, you smell like BO and Bare Vanilla. It doesn't mask it. You know what does mask it? What? Deodorant. Why is that on my neck? Deodorant. Here. I even got a little mini for you, babe. Take it. You stink. This isn't even funny. Why am I laughing? You just do this and you don't smell. Or you also go in the shower, you wash your body. I think these are bare minimum things that you should be doing. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Comment down below if you shower more than every 3 days. Anyways, I'm just making fun of her body odor, but babe. Shelf size. Cheaper. Anyways, she sexually assaulted people. Big little dun dun dun. I cannot go into that further, like I can on the whole thing, but that situation is all fucked up. And I'm not even gonna add into it. I'm not even gonna say that she apologized, because she didn't. She pulled back that apology. And still denies it to this very day. I can't work. What else has this woman done? Oh. I can't talk about that. See, this is what sucks. The things that people do are so awful that I can't even talk about them on the internet because they're not even my stories to tell, but they're so bad that I can't say it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to so bad, but they're not my story to tell, and they're so bad. They're so bad. Oh, got one. I got one that isn't so bad. We're gonna name this kid Tiger because it kind of ties into his name. She was going around to our whole friend group and she was like, oh my god, I love Tiger so much. Like, I like him. Like, I want him to ask me out. And I was like, Tiger's a bad person. Fuck you, Tiger. But I was like, cute. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, good for you, babe. Good for you. And then she came to me one day and she told me that during 4th period, Mr. Tiger over here took these bad boys and moved him over there to that side, into her lap. I don't know, can I get my video taken down? I don't think anyone's gonna watch this. Long story short, the only thing that he had to say after that was fish. Was fish. And his friends would make fun of him and call him fish fingers, which also kind of ties into what he did. So the word gets around that she smells like fish, and she tries to defend herself. Girl, you already told us that you only shower every 3 days, and you only use, what is perfume, and you don't even brush your teeth. They sell full body deodorant. Native sells it. It's pretty cheap. Steal it. Shoplift. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. Maybe we should make a call to CPS. Like, are they not letting you bathe? Are they stealing your toothbrush? I mean, that would be pretty fucked up. But I doubt your mom is doing that. I don't know, babe. But all I'm gonna say here and all I'm gonna end this video with saying is, do not make fun of someone's teeth if you're gonna openly talk about the fact that your teeth are rotting. Do not talk about someone's scent if you have been told multiple times that you stink. Do not talk about other people's personal hygiene if you've already admitted that your personal hygiene sucks. And don't call me a people pleaser if you're an awful person. Bye.